Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the December 30th, 2025 emergency meeting called by our Chief Financial Officer. This is an emergency meeting called by the Chief Financial Officer pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act. The need for this meeting could not reasonably have been foreseen at the time when adequate notice could have been provided, according to our Chief Financial Officer. Notice of this emergency meeting was posted to the Township website. The meeting will be limited to discussion of and acting with respect to an emergent resolution authorizing transfers of funds pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-58 regarding expenditures for quarterly health waiver payments for 69 Township employees prior to December 31st, 2025. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, please, the roll call.
Deputy Mayor Anderson absent. Counselor Birmingham? Here. Counselor D'Amato?
Here.
Counselor Harrison?
Here.
Counselor Toller?
Good morning, President.
Good morning. Counselor Williams?
Here.
Mayor Baskerville?
Present. At this time, if there are people from the public who wish to be heard, we ask, please, that you first sign in at the table in the front, and then we'll take number one. Seeing none, we will proceed with the agenda. We'll go to new business resolution. Resolution authorizing an emergency meeting. I'm going to make a motion. We're not going to do this, doesn't have to be done in executive? Okay.
So,
The emergent,
second.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't make it yet. I'm sorry, I was just trying to find the sudden and unexpected action of the meeting. So this is an emergency meeting called by the Chief Financial Officer for a sudden and unexpected action authorizing transfer of funds, and I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Well, can I do it that way, or since we're talking about funds, do we have to do a roll call?
I would do the roll call.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Madam Clerk?
Okay. Deputy Mayor Anderson absent. Counselor Birmingham?
Yes.
Counselor D'Amato?
Yes.
Counselor Harrison?
Yes.
Counselor Toller?
Yes.
Counselor Williams?
Yes.
Mayor Baskerville?
Yes. Okay, at this point in time, I'm going to ask, please, our Chief Financial Officer, if you would begin the discussion. Good morning.
I called the meeting, and I apologize for the late notice. I was under the impression, in any event, their health waiver budget line will be overexpended if we don't approve this transfer. There are 69 employees that are entitled to this benefit. It's the reason that they're entitled is because they're waiving to be covered under the township's health insurance, so that's saving the township money. Unfortunately, the amount that was budgeted, it's not enough. I've been here 2 months, and when I did the salary projections, since the township of Montclair pays this benefit on a quarterly basis, I was not aware that that was going to be overexpended, and I became aware of the situation on the December 19th. I am trying to make sure that the employees get their benefit and that it hits the books in the correct fiscal year. And I am trying to also make sure that the township is in compliance with all the regulations as per NJSA 48:4-57. So that's why I would appreciate if you guys support this transfer so that we are in compliance.
Council?
Just quickly, how much are we talking about, just for the record?
It was around 15,000, so I just put 20,000 because there's another payroll, and in case we have any other employees that were omitted on the last round, just that way I cover myself and just in case we have a little bit extra.
Yes, Councilor Birmingham?
Thank you. And can you just explain that it's typical it's November and December that you're allowed to make these shifts between line
Yeah,
items?
so the law allows the last 2 months of the fiscal year that you can move funds around.
Okay. So just so everyone is clear, just so we say this very loudly and clearly for everyone who may be watching, around calling the CFO calling an emergency meeting, especially in our township right now, this is just it's an administrative issue. That it is not that we are short on money or anything in this township. Can you just say that very clearly? This is really a transfer of funds that could have been done earlier, but as you explained, was not, you noticed it late, and for various reasons, it didn't get on our schedule. So just to be clear.
Yeah, so typically in every municipality, there usually might be a meeting call for a special meeting at the end of the year, especially when the last council meeting is so early in the month. Sometimes things can happen, like emergencies, that will require the council's attention, and the budget is approved by council, so any transfers within the budget also need to be approved by the council. So nothing is over expended per se at this moment, but if this is not approved, then it would create an over expenditure. There is funds available on another budget line, which is what I'm trying to do, move it from the line that has been paid for through the end of the month. I already made sure that budget line, the December bills were paid, and then I'm just moving some of the excess from that budget line into the health waiver, because that's the budget line that is short at the moment.
Thank you.
Okay, so, yeah, it's not so much that, that it's typical that people wait till the last minute or wait too late to get it onto a regularly scheduled agenda. It's just that these things where we transfer funds often happen. So now, can you explain, please, for the public too, clearly, and thank you, you did explain it to me, and so did Mr. Monzo, I appreciate that. The repercussions, if we did not call in a meeting at this late date to accomplish this, what would the repercussion be? Say we just decided nope, or if we were all not able to come in, what would the repercussions be moving forward if we just said we'll wait until the next meeting?
So if you mean like if council doesn't want to act on the transfer?
I'm sorry, what did you
You
say?
mean like if you don't want to approve the transfer? Like what
Yeah,
would
if
be
you
the
didn't call
repercussions?
this- If you did not call this meeting at this late date, if you decided to wait, and I heard you, but I want the public to understand, because they need to understand that these things that we do, we try to work together to get things done, and they're for a purpose. And so I want you to explain, as you and Mr. Monzo explained to me, what would the repercussions be if we did not do this meeting?
Well, the options would be that then there would be an over expenditure of a budget line that would create an emergency that would have to be raised in the next fiscal year. The audit company will write up the township for overexpending their budget line. Or the alternative will be to tell all 69 employees that they're not going to get their benefit, and then that can create a lot of chaos and distress between employees.
So when they write us up, what does that do for us? Does it change, anything in terms of our township, or what does
Well,
that
it would
do
just
for
show
us?
that we have poor internal controls and that we're not abiding by the law. So it can impact negatively if somebody's trying to review our financial stability.
Good, thank you.
No problem.
Ms. Bartlett, again, would there be an issue with the employee?
Deputy Manager?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would there be an issue with those who've already received their benefit having to come back with a personal check and?
Yes, if the transfer is not approved, I will have to email all the employees that are entitled to that so they can bring me money back.
By the end of the year? Which will
Yeah,
be
by tomorrow.
Just, I mean, just so the public is clear.
Counselor Harrison?
This is fairly common in many municipalities doing transfers because the budgeting process is never precise enough. This transfer involves $20,000. I've seen many towns do transfers far larger than this because they have surplus in some accounts and deficits in other accounts when they get to the end of the year. That's why the statute authorizes the transfers to occur in the last 2 months, and I'm actually pleased that we've had a couple before, but they've been for very modest amounts, and I've seen other towns do it, hundreds of thousands of dollars being transferred. So I think our budgeting process is working very well. Only have these modest transfers, the two we approved previously and this one.
Yeah, I would agree, Counselor Harrison, but I would hope moving forward we try very, very hard to get it done so we don't have to, have these special emergency meetings, especially something that we knew about from the 19th. I think that would probably be helpful, but I think we are doing a great job, and I hope that we continue to do so. Anyone else? I'd like to please ask our chairperson of the Finance Committee, Councilor Birmingham, please, if you would be so kind as to read the resolution.
This is resolution authorizing transfer of funds pursuant to NJSA 40A:4-58. Whereas the municipal chief financial officer has recommended certain transfer of funds from appropriations made in the budget to cover anticipated expenditures in accordance with the provisions of NJSA. And whereas NJSA 40A:4-58 provides for transfers in the last 2 months of the fiscal year from appropriations with an excess over and above the amount necessary to fulfill the purpose for such appropriations to those appropriations deemed to be insufficient. And whereas the governing body has determined that there is an excess in appropriations over and above the amount necessary to fulfill certain appropriations in attached Schedule A, now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Township of Montclair, not less than 2/3 of the full membership voting affirmative, that transfers be made between 2025 budget appropriations set forth opposite its designation. So that we are taking it from
Taking it from the health insurance.
From health insurance group dental to health benefits waiver, and it's $20,000 shift.
Correct.
Did you,
And
can
I
you
so
move it?
move.
Second? Madam Clerk?
Deputy Mayor Anderson absent. Counselor Birmingham?
Yes.
Counselor D'Amato?
Yes.
Counselor Harrison?
Yes.
Counselor Toller?
Yes.
Counselor Williams?
Yes.
Mayor Baskerville?
Yes. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Happy New Year. Happy and healthy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.